this is Francie with Finding Joy. Oh, well, my life just seems to, I don't know. I don't like to think of it as being,
Object on road reported ahead.
sorry, that's my GPS. I can't even find the words for it. But currently I'm driving back from Michigan, which has been an adventure in and of itself. Oh my goodness. What a drive. It is a long drive. And as you get older, I can't drive as long. And I did 2 12-hour days with a day of rest in the middle. I cannot do that. I can't drive at night because I can't see. And so, it's just, so let me tell you what happened. I do have a video of getting my storage emptied, and I keep meaning to post that and get that concluded. But my mother died on Sunday, July 6th, which is also my sister's birthday, who died in January. So I go to church. It was a Sunday, and I was already down. Because it was my sister's birthday. And I see a phone call come through from my half-sister. And I'm thinking, oh, this is not good. Because I knew my mom had been sick. My half-sister had been texting me, keeping me posted and so forth. And so I knew. And I thought, great, she died on my sister's birthday. So, sure enough, I call her, I leave church, and I call her back, and she passed away. And so, when I think about my story and my situation, her being my biological mother, she is not the mother who raised me. That mother died in 2023. And I don't know why these people are driving so stinking slow. And I don't like to drive fast, but I do try to keep it at the speed limit. So if somebody is going, if the speed limit's 70 and someone's going 65, then I am going lower than 65, which I'd like at least to do 65. But anyway, that's aside all the points. I really don't like to pass people. There's this bus just zooming right up on my tail. And that's just crazy how fast he's going. You know, I don't get why people drive so stinking fast. And he's a bus. Anyway, and going up a hill. I don't know how he can drive that fast, I'll tell you. Alright, so in my video, I think in one of my videos where I talked about grief, I shared a little bit of my story about me being adopted and how I had 4 siblings. We were all adopted by my aunt and uncle. And so out of those 4 siblings, I'm the last one left. Now he's about ready to hit this blue car because this bus driver is not good. I'm just gonna slow down and drive behind this RV who's got a Jeep attached to it. And that is some fancy bus. Like a charter bus thing. But anyway, okay. So out of those siblings, I'm the only one left. So my biological mother had 5 children. And out of the 5, only 2 are left. And so of course, I felt I needed to go. Which again brings so much emotions. Because I am the last of the original 4, and my siblings aren't there. Now my half-sister Gina, she's really nice, and we get together at funerals. It's just crazy. But I knew, like, if my sister that just passed in January had been alive, I would have picked her up in Tennessee, and we would have driven to Michigan together, and she would talk the whole way, telling me all the stuff she remembers. She remembers a lot more stuff about that family and who they are. She was younger. I think she was 6 when we were adopted, and I don't know how she remembers things, but she does. She would remember so much, and I was 2, so obviously I don't remember anything. And so, just going to that funeral and not having my siblings there, it just brings up so much grief for them. I was able to speak. I didn't know why I was so emotional, because it's not like I was close to her, because we weren't together. Our relationship was through letters. We wrote a lot of letters back and forth, and I knew my biological mom had a lot of guilt, and so even when she wrote me letters, she felt like she wasn't worthy. She wasn't worthy to write letters or even to receive letters from me. Why should she be able to write letters to me? Because she gave me up for adoption. So she dealt with that guilt until she died. Like, she didn't even come to my sister's funeral, which bothered me, because I knew my sister would want her there. But I don't know exactly why she didn't come. I know I was told just because it was the adopted family. But guys, it's been over 57 years. We need to let go. And I knew it would be okay, because my adopted mom had passed in 23. And she still, at that age, well, she had Alzheimer's anyway, but if she had caused things in the past, she wouldn't have done it then. And my adopted dad definitely was not going to cause anything. I don't believe he ever did. I think he did a lot of things that my adopted mom told him to do. But he would not have been mean or anything. He would have hugged her and everything would have been fine. But that's beside the point. You can't make somebody feel different than they feel. You can't control that. We can only control how we treat people. So I have spent several days just making the trip to get there, and then there was the visitation day, and there was the funeral day, which was yesterday. And I left. Well, there was a meal after the funeral. There was the funeral, the gravesite, and then they had a meal afterwards. I wasn't going to go to the meal, but I went for a little bit, and then I left to get some hours behind me, because I'm not doing 12-hour drives again. So even if I get up early and leave, at 7 or no, body, it feels, when I stop after 12 hours, I'm just like, it's like I feel dizzy, or maybe like your body's still moving. I don't know. It's really weird. And I said, okay, I am a 5 to 7 hour drive person. So yesterday I drove, I don't know, about 4 hours. Couldn't find a hotel. Oh my word, I don't know. It was after Dayton, Ohio, and I waited until I got through Dayton, and so I would be closer, you know. And the first exit, one hotel wanted almost $200, and so I walked out, went to another hotel, and they were booked. The other hotel I knew would be over $200. So I go at the next exit, and now it's getting dark, so I know I can't just keep going because I can't read the signs in the dark. I guess the light, I don't know, I just can't see them. So I can't read what's on them. And so I go to a cheap hotel, a cheap chain hotel, like I think it was Comfort Inn and Suites, Quality Inn, Days Inn, those hotels. Anyway, that one, I asked her how much it was. I asked one, did she have any rooms? She only had 2 rooms left. So I knew out of all the hotels in that exit, and there were a few, some way too pricey, I was out of luck, and I was going to have to get in and drive again. So I say, how much is it? Or if she had a room, she had 2. I say, well, how much is it? And she said $160, and I'm like, oh my word, this hotel has never been $160. And so I mean, what do you do? I just said fine, and it ended up being $190 because it really wasn't $160. It was $169, which, rounded up, lady, that's $170. $160 would have been like $159. But anyway, $190. Anyway, it is what it is, right? So I stayed, got up, and my biggest fear was driving through Chattanooga. Not Chattanooga. Oh my goodness, I can't even think. No, I don't like to drive through Chattanooga either. I don't like the mountain. Okay. So I went a different way than I came up. I came up through Virginia and a lot of farmland. I don't even know how I ended up back on these county roads. But I didn't want to go through all those mountains again. This little Jeep Patriot, it doesn't like to climb the mountains, and I'm not sure about my brake pads. I don't know how good they are. I asked the oil person if they look at them so they can tell me, and he said they don't do that, and I said, okay, whatever. So I went through mountains going up, and I thought, I don't want to have to go through very many going back. I think I'll have to go through some tomorrow when I head back to Florida. So Cincinnati was where I didn't want to go to, but I thought, you know what, it's Sunday, so I should be able, it should be okay. And it was. Cincinnati was fine. And it's funny, I have some, see this right here, this is calming stress oil. So this is, I used to use a stress oil from Young Living. You just kind of put it on your wrist. So, yeah. Nice. Takes your stress away, right? Okay, I think it does help. And I really like the Young Living, but it's so costly. These mountains, I don't know what mountains these are. And they're really not very big, but they're so beautiful. When I was coming through Virginia, some of those mountains were so big. I'm going to post some pictures after this so you can see. I did stop at a scenic turnout and take some pictures. But if I ever make it to Denver or Utah, I am probably going to have a heart attack looking at those mountains. Because these are just amazing, and I just think, what am I going to do when I see a really big mountain? I don't know. So yeah. Okay, that's really weird. That fifth wheeler was like on the back of a flatbed type of pickup truck. Like, his back was not the typical whatever is in behind a pickup truck. It was like a raised flatbed. Well, whatever works, right? I could not pull a fifth wheeler. There's no way. No way would I do that. So anyway, I don't want this video to be forever long, but I've had a little stuff happening in my life. I just feel like my whole family's gone. Because the unit of 6 of us, my biological dad and mom and the 4 kids, I'm the only one left. And yes, I have my half-sister in Michigan, and I do have another half-sister and half-brother from my biological dad. But again, I don't know them very well. I've seen them here and there through our lives. We've gotten together. I think my half-brother is in California, so you know you're never going to see him. They're just too far over there. That half-sister I saw at my sister's funeral. She came for that. And I've told her, I do try to keep contact, but it's like I'm the only one that does it. So I try to keep contact, but they don't try to keep the contact back. And so I'm like, do you want to have contact or not? Because you're not really responding. But anyway, so my life's been a little crazy. I'm headed back to my daughter's house tonight, and I will stay there. I actually brought my Yorkie with me and left her at my daughter's because the hotel I stayed at in Michigan didn't allow it. It wouldn't have worked anyway, because what would I have done with her during the funeral, honestly? So anyway, she's at my daughter's, so it'll be nice to see her again, and she'll ride back with me, obviously, and we will stop at a hotel. So I will probably I'm gonna leave, I don't know, I'll probably leave about 8 and stop after about 6 hours. So probably about 2-ish, like right now, I'll start looking for a hotel, and I'll need to find a hotel that takes dogs. So that will be my mission. I won't be stopping that late at night where it's getting dark. So anyway, I'm going to share one thing. It's how is this almost 20 minutes? So you guys probably know about Buc-ee's, right? Okay, so I've stopped a couple times at Buc-ee's, and what I do like about them is they're so massively big that typically when I've stopped, they're the only thing off the exit. So it's been an easy off, tons of gas pumps. You just pull up, get gas, get back on the highway. It's been no big deal. So I needed to get some gas, and I saw there was a Buc-ee's about 10 miles down. I said, okay. So I just wait, and I get off that exit, and I think everybody and their dog was going to Buc-ee's. I don't have this type of traffic when I go to Disney World, and I am like, what is the deal in Tennessee? It's just so crowded. And so, and I get it, Sunday is probably a travel day. I don't even know. So I thought, okay, I'm going to turn to this Buc-ee's. But as I go, we have to go through this roundabout to get to Buc-ee's. And it's just backed up to get in. It's backed up to get out. And I just said, I'm not doing this. Because even if I get up there, I'm going to have to wait to pump gas. So I just continued in the roundabout and left. And matter of fact, I left that exit completely. And then I went to the next exit because I had to I tried to look for gas when it's about half tank. Because if you hit traffic, I don't want to be under half tank and I'm hitting traffic. And I had to go to the bathroom. So either way, I don't want to be in traffic and I have to go to the bathroom or don't have gas. So I go to the next exit and there's a Love's. And I thought, okay, well, that's a truck. That's usually their big gas station. No, it wasn't a big one. And so I pull up, and I couldn't even pull up to a pump. They were all booked. And there was a speedway across the street. So I pull in there, and I'm sitting there for I don't even know how long. And the car in front of me, they're not even at their car. So, there's no gas being pumped. I'm like, where are you? And which I'm sure they either got gas and went in, and who knows what they're doing in there because they were taking forever. And so I finally said, forget it. And I went across the street and got gas. And even that gas station was busy. And so I got gas. I got a Dr. Pepper Zero. And I got some cheese sticks because I'll explain how I'm trying to eat in that's a whole nother video. Because I had some meat sticks already, so I got that and back on the road. But that was probably 40 minutes of wasted time. 40 minutes. I just, and the highway is busy. It's not like it's not busy here. It's oh my goodness, this is my truck. It's got his blinker on. Oh, I hate this. I hate semi-trucks. Honestly, hate them. I do not like them. They scare me. So, I don't want to be in their way. I try to pay attention if they have their blinkers on. I just... No. Don't like them. Alright, I'm going to end this video. I just wanted to give you a little update. Not good stuff, but, it's life. It just seems that so many people are dying. I'm tired of going to funerals. Oh, and I have an uncle that's not doing well. But here's some good things. Good things about all of this. First of all, you know how I empty my storage? What does this guy want me to do? I don't know. Why does a semi-truck flash his lights at you when they're behind you? This semi-truck, he keeps flashing his lights at me, and I don't know what he wants me to do. So I just speed up really fast and get out of his way. And I'm going to get over in the other lane, and if he so feels he wants to pass me, then go for it. And even when semi-trucks try to pass me, I slow down so they can get past me faster. But anyway, what was I even talking about? I don't even know. Oh, all right. So I emptied my storage. Well, my one daughter who lives in Tennessee, she had 6 containers still with me, and so the benefit of this trip, one of the benefits, was that I loaded all her containers in the back and took them to her house. So now she has all her stuff. She actually went through it and got it down to 2 containers. So that was nice. I got rid of a lot of containers. And most of the containers I have left are pictures and memory stuff. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. And then, what else? Okay, the second thing to benefit on this trip was I have an uncle that lives in Michigan, same area as where the funeral was. Matter of fact, my hotel was less than 5 minutes from his house. So that allowed me to go and visit him, which I think he really appreciated. So the first morning I was there, I went and I made some bacon and eggs for us for breakfast, and he had also gone to the store and gotten him muffins and fruit and everything. So was really nice because I don't know how long he's going to live. He's 88 and his heart's not working too good. Has some blockages that they won't do surgery on or do stents or anything like that. So, all right, I have got to stop this video. It is 25 minutes long, and I didn't mean for it to be this long. But I just wanted to share what's going on, and I will close out the storage. But I guess I wanted to get this out there now, and then I'll deal with the storage stuff when I get back home, which is going to be in a couple of days. I will leave tomorrow, but I'm going to take 2 days. So I'm not doing the whole drive. Cannot do that. So you all find somebody to give joy to, and I hope your life is okay. But you know, even when we have these trials, I wouldn't call it a trial, but you know, like just stuff that happens that is sad, it's gonna be okay. There's always some good stuff that comes out of it, and we continue on through our life. So I will talk to you in the next video.